All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I want to give Rae Sremmurd some credit. Outside of the Migos, Rae Sremmurd over the last 4 to 5 years, in my opinion, has been the most consistent hip-hop group we got going. I mean, I'm talking about consistency all across the board. Making hit records, not only being able to perform at the colleges, but being able to perform on the festivals. And heck, Rae Sremmurd has been able to take their big-time records and go out the country, and everyone know these joints word for word. They've had some of the biggest records and some of the biggest moments in the culture. If you look back over the last 4 or 5 years, ever since they came with no flex zone and no type, and even had the moment when they had everybody frozen with Gucci. Like, come on, bro. Give these young brothers credit. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We ain't gonna act like we ain't see today coming. Right now, again, 2 members of the group, Swae Lee, Slim Jxmmi. Swae Lee has gotten credited over the years for being the more talented of the two. And let's be honest, I have heard a couple records when I'm like, damn, Swae Lee really put that one together. You can tell he put his fingerprints on that one. And then Slim Jxmmi comes with like a whack ass verse, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Come on, bro. You could do better than that. All right, but nevertheless, they've been riding together from the beginning, and to give Swae Lee credit, he has never said anything bad about Slim Jxmmi. Every time somebody has tried to say, how does it feel to be the bigger member of the group and the one holding the group, he's always dismissed all that. And to be fair to Slim Jxmmi as well, on the other side, he's always said, look, I'm one half of this group. Give me my credit. We doing this together. And that's just right? But if you keep getting asked the same question over and over again, and if you go into these cities and you feel like one person is getting more love than the other person, and not to mention you live in this road life to the fullest with all these different chicks, and maybe drugs could be in the mix as well, this is what happens. You get an outburst like Slim Jxmmi just had on social media a couple days ago. I waited on this video because I wanted to get some more information. I'll tell y'all what I got from a source in a second. But here's what Slim Jxmmi said on Twitter that kind of sparked this entire conversation. He said, look, I'm not Shrimp Life. I'm not Rae Sremmurd. I'm Slim Jxmmi, and I'm a sink or swim by myself. I bought my mama $1 million crib off my work, all right? And he went on to even get deeper. He said, y'all still got your man Swae Lee. Y'all will be straight. And then somebody hit him and was like, yo, keep that same energy tomorrow, fam. And he was like, all 2019, I'm going to be on that same energy. Now, I will admit that he's deleted the harsher tweets. They're gone. All right, this was a post and delete. But it looks like Slim Jxmmi is standing by that energy for right now. Now, I did reach out to a source, and I asked what the hell is going on, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. They just celebrated a birthday. Like, Slim Jxmmi just celebrated a birthday in Atlanta, and Swae Lee was in attendance. It looked like they had a great time for what I seen. I followed a couple people that were there at the party. But, you know, it looks like Slim Jxmmi's in his feelings, man. I'm just being honest. It looked like Slim Jxmmi's in his feelings. The source I asked, I was like, is there any truth to these two breaking up? And the source was like, yo, I don't know what they got going on personally. I don't know if they got into it or not, or if there's some jealousy in the fold. But they can say this, contractually, nobody's going anywhere. So no matter what Slim Jxmmi is saying behind the scenes, contractually, he is still tied to the group, and that will be where they're at going forward. Contractually, him and Swae Lee will be together and bonded as Rae Sremmurd. So I don't know if he's going to put out solo music, you know, and that could happen. But in regards to the group, for the foreseeable future, Slim Jxmmi is one half of Rae Sremmurd, and Swae Lee is the other half of Rae Sremmurd. Again, people get into it all the time. I believe they're brothers. I'm not sure if they're biological brothers or they just say that. People get into it all the time. And unfortunately, we're just in this social media era where people decide to air their business out on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And we see this. This conversation probably should have never hit the public if they're going through it privately. And again, I don't know that, but I'm guessing something ain't right for Slim Jxmmi to tweet this out. But people go through it privately all the time, and you just don't want to see it hit the public. So I was told, contractually speaking, these two will remain a group going forward, and there is a plan for Rae Sremmurd as a group to put out more music and tour together as well. So I don't know what they got going on behind the scenes. It looks like they'll work it out. To be fair to Swae Lee, he has not spoken out about this. Every time Slim Jxmmi is kind of wilded out, he kind of just stay out the way. And yeah, we will see what happens with these two going forward. Look, man, Rae Sremmurd is a very entertaining group. And, you know, look, I don't think nothing's wrong with being the sidekick to a super talented guy. Swae Lee might be one of the most talented young brothers of this generation. Like, think about it. Outside of his own success, you know, Swae Lee was a part of that Sicko Mode record on a smaller degree. I heard he might have been around helping produce that to a small degree. A very small degree. We already know what he did with the Unforgettable. That was his record that French Montana got for him. So, like, dude has been a part of some of the biggest records. I believe even Nicki Minaj has used some of Swae Lee's musical genius over the last couple projects, or definitely her last project. Yo, give dude credit, bruh. Swae Lee is a genius, and I don't think anything's wrong with Slim Jxmmi being a sidekick to that, or being a lesser of the two. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm riding that highway because that dude is talented as hell. All right, thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. Slim Jxmmi says he's done with Rae Sremmurd. He's done with the group, and my source tells me that's BS. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO.
Mr. Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.